reclaiming my time.
We're reclaiming our time.
I'm reclaiming my time.
Our time has been reclaimed. We're reclaiming
I
it.
need lipstick. I'm dead.
We're already on.
I know.
Okay.
You can say hi.
Hi.
Say hi,
Hey,
everybody. Greet them.
I got a bone to pick with everybody in this.
Oh my gosh.
Thing.
She's picking bones.
I'm picking
What?
bones, you guys. I'm not really picking bones, but like yesterday, when 72,000 of you out of out of the 4,500 that were watching, don't listen. We're not always going to read the comments during our lives. We will on Fridays, but like most of the time, we read them after the fact because, you know, we're busy telling you things or talking about stuff we want to talk about. And like yesterday, everybody was like, talk about the doctors! As if it was,
yeah.
listen, sometimes we haven't gotten up to speed on like literally everything happening in the world.
I haven't had coffee yet.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
And not everybody needs to comment the same thing. We'll get to it when we get to it. Like right now, for example.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the demon spawn doctor. That's what Daily Beast is calling her. I don't think she's a demon spawn doctor.
I mean, she seems very, very nice, actually.
I think she seems pretty cool. I'd use her as a doctor. I'd go to that lady.
Did you guys hear? So not only, I mean, of course, you guys all knew yesterday because you were screaming at us to talk about it, that YouTube, all kinds of social media sites had pulled down the video of the doctors gathered on the Hill to talk about hydroxychloroquine. And
well, they're singling her out.
They're singling her
Notice
out.
there were like 15 doctors all together, and they're like, it's all about the demon spawn doctor. There were a lot of doctors. There's like a gaggle. What do they call a group of doctors? A gaggle? A gaggle of doctors? There's a gaggle of doctors out there. It's not just one, even though she's awesome. But there's a lot of doctors out there. Isn't it interesting how they just shut them all down? Interesting.
And they didn't just shut them down on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, but the website that they actually run, I think that's what, like Frontline Doctors or America the Frontline Doctors, something like that. Anyway, where they post all of their blogs and information, their website host also took them offline, saying that they violated their community standards. It's nuts.
And I think it's really interesting how the country is rallying around frontline healthcare workers until they have something to say
against the grain.
About how they're treating people successfully. That goes against the almighty Dr. Fauci, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, we got to shut it down. Isn't that interesting?
And why? So what's going to happen if we actually hear another side of this debate?
Yeah, what will happen?
We're going to think critically, maybe? We're going to,
we're gonna,
all of our options?
We're going to maybe think that it's not cool to put them on the cover of InStyle magazine, and, we can't have that? It's absurd. This is America.
The censorship is out of control, you guys.
It's not communist China, or is it?
And Donald Trump Jr. getting suspended for sharing the video? What in the world? Now, there was another retweet going around from CNN from like 3 weeks ago because there had been like a new study showing, hey, maybe hydroxychloroquine is not a terrible thing. And CNN had put that out there. So that tweet is allowed to stay up. But like somebody, like this group of doctors, they can't say that. They're the ones that are actually using it. It's just nuts.
Yeah. Somebody said that it seems staged. It's not sitting well with them. What's staged about it? There have been a lot of doctors
like they were rehearsed. What does that even mean?
Yeah, there are a lot of doctors that have gotten out there and that have said, "This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm treating people. This is my result with whatever treatment that I'm using." There are a lot of doctors. I've seen tons of videos like that. Tons. It just so happens that this is a group of them that got together and did it.
So I mean, I'm sure that they
it goes against
planned it, and that's what that means.
Yeah, and it goes against the groupthink, and you can't go against the groupthink right now. You just can't do it. You can't. And this isn't the first time that I guess a social media outlet has said, we don't like that. It's just that this is such a big example of it.
Right. And for the social media giants, like their tech execs to say, well, this is dangerous information. We don't want to provide this misinformation. No, it's unsettled science. And people are allowed to talk about that and debate it. That's the whole purpose of science.
It's the whole purpose of science.
What are we doing? Why are we trying to squelch different voices simply because they have different experiences.
Yep.
This is crazy.
And I'll say it right now. If I had a loved one that got this, I would not want to put on an event.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you try it?
I wouldn't want to put on an event.
For crying out loud. Everybody has lost their minds.
Yeah.
And speaking of, you guys, yesterday's hearing, oh my God. There was actually a point in the afternoon where I felt tears like building in my eyeballs just from pure rage. Like total rage.
Yeah, I don't get tearful with rage. I just want to start punching people.
Oh God, I don't know how he just sat there he just was so calm.
He's remarkable. Barr is the only adult in the room, and people should be looking at these Democrats like, wow. I mean, this is what we have. These are the leaders that we have. We have elected these people, these toddlers. I have seen toddlers act better than I just have never seen adults act like this. It's crazy.
I think I was like close to tears because part of like watching that kind of made me feel crazy because there's like a disconnect between like these are the people that are in charge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are the people who set policy for the country.
Yeah.
And that they were so awful.
They're terrible.
Like it made me feel like what
sad.
What world am I living in?
It made you feel sad for your country.
It's
like,
just
what have
crazy.
we done? Like, what have we done?
Yeah.
What have we done?
We're going to be playing a lot of clips from yesterday's clown show on our regular radio show from 9 to 11 on WIBC.com.
They didn't let him talk. I mean, it was, let me not ask you a question, but berate you for 2 minutes and then not let you talk at all. And I want to get some sort of a soundbite out of this to make myself look, I don't even know what I guess they wanted to get their little minute of Twitter fame or what. I'm not sure what they were doing. They're terrible. These are terrible, awful, garbage humans.
It's like they know how to schedule a hearing, but they don't know how to have a hearing. Because a hearing, by definition, means that the witness is there to be heard.
Yeah, they need to hear what the person says.
You don't just get to ask questions and then not give them the opportunity to answer.
And at least,
but also the questions were so like, when did you stop beating your wife? You know what I mean? Yes or no?
It was awful. I mean, the questions were terrible. And at one point, I know at least at one point, Barr pointed out, he's like, this is supposed to be a hearing where I'm supposed to be heard, right? Like at least one time he said that.
Yeah.
And then, he fell asleep. Jerry fell asleep, y'all.
There was a guy that argued with me about that because
he argued with you.
Listen. So there was we take a thumbnail screenshot.
There's a video.
Well, I know. So we take a thumbnail screenshot for a post, right? Because, we just want to have a picture that ties along with the post. So we post it on Twitter saying, here's the link of Jerry Nadler falling asleep. This guy responds saying, oh, way to go. Way to just grab a screenshot of him blinking so you can pretend he was asleep. I was like, or you could just click through and see the 39-second video of him actually asleep.
Sleeping.
You idiot.
He's asleep. He's asleep.
Out like a light.
I mean, what would happen to you if you fell asleep at your job?
That would be really tough for us to do.
Well, but what if we did it? But what if we did it?
Just like in a meeting or something?
In a meeting or on the air. Started sleeping on our job. Could you imagine if you fell asleep at your job? You would be fired.
It's frowned upon.
It's not even just frowned upon. Most people would be fired. And he won't ever get fired. He won't ever get fired. And then he
does it all the time.
And then he has the audacity, after falling asleep during this hearing, to say to Barr, no, you don't need a break. When Barr asks for a break, he just wants to go to the bathroom or something. And he's like, no, you don't get a break.
And that's where Barr started laughing. He was like, wow, you are a real class act.
Oh my God.
Because at that point, he probably was like, I can't believe that these people are in charge.
I can't believe these people are such dicks.
Wow, they were terrible.
They were awful. I mean, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
I couldn't pull my eyes away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I normally would have been like, this is a yawn fest. I'm going to watch it on and off in between cartoons with my kid. I was like screaming at the TV. And my daughter, my 10-year-old daughter was in the room, and she was like, what is this? I'm like, this is madness. This is absolute madness. This is why I weep for our country, and I'm so sorry for you having to grow up in a country that is just falling apart. This is why mommy does what she does.
I had plans to like be outside and chill, enjoy
so
the
much
weather.
for that.
Could not pull myself away from that clown show.
These people are insufferable.
And then that one
Insufferable.
chick, what's that chick who was mad about how her name was mispronounced?
Jayapal.
And so she's
Like,
the
if
one
you're gonna
like,
say my
I am
name."
losing my temper.
Yeah.
She said that, and then she proceeded to lose it even harder. And, you know, Bar's just sitting there like, okay, well, I mean, I guess you just want to ask me stuff and not ask me, so whatever. You just have your little tantrum then.
Yeah,
That's
totally,
what it was. It was a complete tantrum.
It was just tantrum after tantrum after tantrum, just thrown at him. When that one chick, the Republican chick, was asking him questions, she mentioned the Jayapal lady. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
She goes, if you're going to use my name,
I
say
know.
it right.
Call me Senator. That
It's
reminded me of.
Jayapal or whatever her name is.
God. And then did you see the part where Nadler was all like, he takes off his mask and he's like, everybody here that's not wearing a mask, this is so rude and you don't care about the health of anybody.
you're
His-
putting us in
his mask is
danger.
like on his ear at that point.
You're
like,
putting us in danger.
oh my God, dude.
Ah, you gotta be kidding me. That's 3 gallons of bullshit in a 2-gallon
I
bucket.
can't. I just can't. These people.
There were so many examples too. Like I don't even know how to. There were so many examples of Democrats just being so rude. And then there was a point where Nadler, was it Nadler? Who was like, we're not going to deal with this rudeness anymore. One of them was like, because Barr was trying to answer the question, and they were like, I'm not gonna, you're disrespectful, and I cannot believe the amount of disrespect you have right now. And I was like, I think it was a chick. I don't know which one.
I just wish Barr would have gotten up and just been like, I can't.
Why is the way that he drinks so funny to me?
He drinks to the side.
Yeah, that's what it is, because he does it to the side.
It's like Kermit with the tea.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There are a lot of memes going around with Kermit and the tea.
Because he does. He like turns to the side and just he's got so much swag.
Because he's just so much better than all those people. You know, he's just like, you people are crazy. You're just all crazy.
Yeah.
And I can't get on your level of the crazy. There's a lot of backcrappery happening
Oh my God.
in this room.
I've just never seen anything like that.
It
you
was
guys.
unbelievable.
It's not like we haven't seen contentious hearings. I mean, all the impeachment hearings, there was all kinds of like back and forth. But
That
there was
was-
at least time for the witnesses to be
answer
heard.
to answer the question.
That was just
I'd like to
unreal.
reclaim my time.
How many times? Does anybody have a count?
Yeah, there's actually a montage, I believe.
No, I know, but like, is there an actual count of the number
Oh,
of
I don't-
times that phrase was said?
I have no idea. We're gonna have to play a montage on our show today.
Because that was amazing.
Yeah,
That was truly amazing. Seriously, I've never seen anything like it, ever.
yeah. I mean, we've got the audio.
We have so many.
The audio. I mean, look at all the audio we have, you guys. Just so you can just see all the audio we have that we're playing on the
It's
show
the
today.
blue.
It's all
They don't know
the
that.
blue. I know. Well, they can see all the like markings. It's crazy. So crazy.
And who's that Nagoose? Is that how you say it? Nagoose?
Nagoose.
Nagoose?
I hope it's Nagoose.
I've never seen that dude before, but what?
He's
an
like,
a-hole.
I'm basically going to get you for perjury right now.
Right. And then Bar's
And
like,
Bar's
well,
like-
can I,
He goes, then let me answer the damn question.
yeah, that was when he got a little bit hot under the
Yeah,
collar.
if you're
just
going
a
to get
little
me
bit.
for perjury, you jerk. I think I'd at least like have the opportunity, or you could give me the opportunity to answer the damn question.
What was that?
Crazy.
4.5 hours straight?
Yeah.
No lunch, no meal. Like that was so painful. Painful. And then what was even more painful is that as it was wrapping up, Fox News friggin' breaks in with Joe Biden as if
Yeah.
we hadn't already been punished enough.
Okay, so that was really interesting because I was like, okay, well, this will be fun to watch because you know within the first 2 minutes he's going to say something stupid.
And he did.
He did. I mean, he just sounded incoherent, and he looks so old, you guys.
Yeah.
He looks like
And there's video now of him being led out of that building by, I think, a granddaughter or somebody who's
a
like
handler.
always with him. And the way that he is led, like it's very,
sad.
yeah, like he's
Yeah.
just so fragile.
Old. He's so old. I mean, his face, he just doesn't. I mean,
He doesn't look well.
He's obviously had the plastic surgery and stuff, like you know, so he's all like tight right here and everything. But he just looks frail and old.
Frail, yeah, that's the word.
And if you listen to audio of his voice from even 5 years ago, he sounds completely different than he does today. I mean, he just
Now it's all slurry and mumbly and
he doesn't
weird.
know he has dementia. I mean, he clearly has dementia. He doesn't know, half the time he doesn't know where he is. Sometimes he sounds a little more coherent than other times, but for the most part, he needs to retire. He needs to not be doing this. I mean, it's just, and I can't believe his family is allowing him to go through with this.
It's incredible.
If anybody loves that man, they would be like, no, he shouldn't be doing this. But obviously, nobody loves him.
And he took
Nobody.
questions, even though that they were totally staged and prepared, and he'd called specific names
Yeah.
out. And the questions were literally like, why are you here in Delaware? That was it. That's the toughness
Yeah.
of the questions.
Yeah, and his answer was, because it's my home.
I mean,
It's my home.
seriously, how often do reporters get a chance to ask him questions? Rarely, right? It's
and
rare.
This is the question he gets
and
asked.
that's what they decide to ask. That's
This
how
is
they
our-
use their time.
This is our media right now. I mean, it's like Trump gets pummeled every day. He gets beat up every single day, and then Joe Biden gets, what is your favorite flower?
I mean,
This
it was
is
pretty sad.
And expect more of that, right? Because this is exactly how our media is. They're just garbage, absolute garbage.
And speaking of which, there apparently he was holding some notes, and so now there's rumors because like on the notes was some stuff about Kamala. So now there's a lot of speculation swirling that is going to be his pick, which he'll announce next week, I think, or
Yeah.
maybe even later this week. I don't know.
Oh, fantastic! I can't wait.
So just brace yourselves for that
Oh,
because
God.
now she's going to come out and start cackling and doing that thing.
I was
she
that
does with her
girl.
face. And you know her face is new, you guys.
Yeah.
You saw her. Her
it's like
face
the-
is a whole new
It's
world.
like the weird, yeah.
Cat.
She's
She's
got the
turning
cat.
into the cat.
She's got the lion face.
It's bad.
Yeah, it is.
So-
it's pretty bad.
So that's probably happening. And the DNC convention, small as it may be, because they're only expecting like 300 or so people physically there. This is happening August 17th, something like that, in Milwaukee. So now over 100 law enforcement agencies have decided to pull out of their agreements to, provide security detail to the DNC because they're not allowed to have any of their riot gear. So they're like, why would I want to subject myself to that? I'm not going to go. And good on them, right? Because what happens when Biden aligns himself with all of these even if he doesn't want to defund the police, he's aligned himself with the side of the aisle that hates the police, that demeans them, that wants them defunded, that's totally demoralized them. And the police are saying, bye. Take care of
Yeah.
yourself then.
Yeah.
So now I don't know what they're going to do because they're probably going to have to try to call in the National Guard
Well,
or other
listen,
federal agents.
I don't understand what you're even saying because everybody yesterday said that there's no violence.
Oh, that's right. It's imaginary.
It's
Now
all the
that I said
violence.
it's
All
just-
the violence is made up.
in our imagination.
All these jackhats are saying that there is no violence. So what is the
These
point?
are peaceful protests.
These are all
What?
peaceful. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Peaceful
so,
protests include
So
setting
listen,
fire to
they're on their
buildings.
own. Don't have police. Don't have anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. Everybody is just like giving each other flowers and high fives. So screw it.
Yeah.
Let them be on their own. That's what I say. I don't know why anybody's concerned about any violence because they keep saying that there is none. So why is everybody concerned? Who cares? Who cares? Everybody's hippie happy, right?
Yeah, because think about this. I saw this somewhere on Twitter, and I can't remember who to credit for this line, but it's so true. Imagine if you take the violent protesters out of the cities where there's violence right now. You would not have any violence, right? Imagine if you take out the federal agents who are protecting the federal buildings out. The violence would continue. So for the people that are saying, it's the federal agents that are creating the violence, no, because if they left, there would still be violence. In fact, the violence is why they came. So that's why that argument is so completely idiotic. Because the violence that's why they're there.
Well, then that's what Barr needs to do. He needs to say, all right, you think there's no violence? I'll take him out. And then we'll see. Well, look, here's your equation. We'll take them out of the
Yeah.
equation, and then we'll show you. If you think that they're so peaceful, and they are, if you think, in fact, that they are peaceful, I'll take everybody out, and then we'll just leave you with your crazy Antifa people.
But see, Trump can't bear to see cities burning down to the ground. And I can't blame him for not being able to bear it. Like, he feels responsible because that's the kind of leader he is. And he's like, this shit will not be tolerated in our country. And so he's dealing with it because the mayors and the governors are too lame to do it themselves.
And I hear you. I totally hear you. And I would feel the same way too. But this is how they're spinning it.
know.
This is what they're spinning. They're saying that it's the government, it's the federal people that are doing this. When in fact it's not.
Yeah.
They're so crazy, and the media is they're an accomplice in all this because they're saying, oh, there's no violence at all. These people aren't violent at all. It's just moms.
Right.
It's just
moms in yellow
And
shirts
it's just
holding
moms.
hands.
They're all just singing Kumbaya. It's a
and
bunch
making casseroles.
they're all making casseroles, you guys. It's just casseroles. They're not making casseroles. They're a bunch of violent losers out there burning down cities. And this is why they have to do something about it.
You think Trump would have sent in federal agents if there were no violence?
Oh my God.
If these were actually peaceful protesters, we wouldn't have an issue. I don't know why that's so hard to
It
understand.
isn't hard to understand for people with actual firing synapses in their brains. I swear.
I mean, for crying out loud. And that's the thing. That's why I was close to tears yesterday, because I feel like this is also obvious that I don't understand how Democrats can be in their places in Congress in this hearing and say the things that are coming out of their mouths and believe it. Like, that makes me feel crazy.
I don't think a lot of them believe it. I really don't think a lot of them do. I don't. Because
Our governor didn't wear a mask.
our governor.
right, we need the
to
backstory on
understand
this.
this. Our governor, Eric Holcomb.
Come back here.
Hang on just a second.
You need
Okay.
it. Yeah. There's a picture that Rob put out last night of Governor Holcomb not wearing a mask in front of a bunch of people, a bunch of old people, right? Right?
Yeah.
Bunch
It was
of
a
old
retirement
people
dinner
at
or
some sort of
something.
retirement dinner, right?
Correct.
For a prominent Republican.
No, Bobby Cox, the IHSA commissioner, the athletic commissioner.
Okay.
So he's retiring July 31st.
Okay.
Holcomb's buddies with him.
Okay. And that was when, like,
It was
was
be 2 nights ago now.
2 nights ago.
Correct.
Okay. And there were pictures taken at this thing. Nobody's like, there's a couple people in the audience wearing masks, right? Maybe.
I don't know. Didn't look like any.
I didn't.
Because was it a dinner?
I think it was like a presentation ceremony. There may have been food.
I'm
served.
trying to be the devil's advocate that's like planning for all the pushback, because I'm assuming they're going to say, well, this was a meal, so that's why people weren't wearing masks.
But he wasn't eating.
And
Yeah,
none of
he
them
was
were
at-
eating
But he
during.
was speaking, right?
Yeah,
So that's
but-
what they're going to say.
But
That he
none
was
of them were eating during that. I mean, you look at no one is like putting food in their mouth.
Right,
And
yeah.
there's tons of pictures of people afterwards, like up close together,
Yeah.
just posing for photos.
Okay, so Monday is when our mask mandate began.
And this was Monday night.
Yeah, and originally he had said, hey, if you don't wear a mask, you're going to get a misdemeanor. And then on Monday night is when he had this event, or he was the keynote guy for this event.
And where was it?
I will get you the venue.
Well, because
It was
aren't we
somewhere-
limited to 50 people in Indianapolis now, too?
Hang on just a second. Let me see if my person let me know what the name of the venue was.
Because if it was in Indianapolis, and that's true, that we're not allowed to be in gatherings of greater than 50, then that's 2 strikes, right? I mean,
Correct.
I feel like it was more than 50 people.
it was a lot more than
yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot more
I
than
feel
50
like it
people.
was.
Yeah, it looks like it was a lot more than 50. It looks like there was like 100 or so people in
Yeah.
the room.
I think I'm fairly certain it was Indianapolis.
Yeah, yeah.
We
So-
should know that for sure, though, because I don't think Carmel, like if they went to Carmel or something, I don't think they have that same restriction.
Right.
So,
But the state of Indiana has the mask mandate.
right. Yeah,
Right.
for sure that strike is already there. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if there were 2 strikes or 1 strike.
Because the people are trying to say he was broadcasting or speaking. Oh, shut up.
Well,
Like,
I mean, that's what they're going to say.
well,
right?
but none of those people were broadcasting or speaking.
It's
the
true.
audience, you mean?
It's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
And he's the governor. Even if everything was actually in compliance, given that you've been Johnny Tough Guy, pounding your fist and threatening people, because he wanted to put people in jail, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you do that without a mask, because you got a big giant microphone, so everybody can hear you. The example you're setting is horrific
Okay,
and
so
horrendous.
this is what we need to do: is everybody when they walk around in Indiana just needs to hold a microphone. Just walk around with a microphone.
I prefer to hold a cookie. I don't know about y'all.
I mean,
but...
listen, my daughter, because it's IHSA, right?
IHSAA,
Okay, that's the sports thing, right?
correct.
Okay.
Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Yeah,
high
well,
school athletic
speaking of that, my daughter is a swimmer, and she has to now wear a mask into the pool.
What?
Yeah, she has to wear a mask every time she goes into the pool to go.
What are you even saying?
Yeah, Yeah.
What are you? Wait. So when
That's-
did they take it off?
They take it off right when they get into the pool.
Oh,
When she gets out of the pool, like when her body physically gets out of the pool, she has to put a mask back on to walk out of the pool.
Oh my God.
I'm not even crapping
Everybody
you.
has lost their mind.
Everybody's lost their minds.
Everybody.
So it's interesting that that's where it was, where he had this dinner and he didn't wear a mask. Because they're putting all these rules on these freaking kids that have to wear a mask into a pool to get into a pool and get out of a pool, put a mask back on and go outside.
Oh
So
my God.
It's insanity, right? Insanity.
But here's the thing: if you're one of his handlers, like the governor's handlers, because he's an aloof goof, so whatever. But if you're a handler, how do you not be like, wow, there's tons of people here taking photographs?
I know. I said that to her this morning. I'm like, how do you not know that people aren't taking pictures of you everywhere you go?
So probably should put a mask on when you go up there, buddy.
Oh my
but it just
God.
proves he doesn't really believe in the mask,
Or care.
right? I
or
mean,
just
this
care.
is twice. He's done it twice now in a very public
Well, I mean,
setting.
he's exempt from a lot of rules.
As are a lot of our elected leaders, our leaders,
how this
right?
works.
I mean, they're like, it's what, good for thee, not for me.
And that's how this
This
works.
is how everything works with these people.
We'll get into it today on the speed round.
I'm sure
I'm
we will.
sure we will.
Hey, do you like my
Sure.
shirt,
I do. I love it. Whitney.
Whitney?
Oh my God, it's
awesome.
Whitney, you guys.
Boom.
Crack is whack.
What else were you doing?
We have so much going on. We have so much audio and so much stuff about the hearing.
I know.
And
I feel like that.
so much stuff about masks. So much stuff about how
we
you
should
know,
take calls today.
hydroxychloroquine. I don't think we're going to have time to take calls. We have so much audio to get through. I really don't. And then we have all this other stuff. We've all this Fauci stuff. I don't think we're going to have time. And then we have stuff about teachers and all this stuff going on in Austin and DC, and how 9/11 names are not going to be read this year. And then the Carmel stuff, they're canceling stuff for Christmas time already in Carmel.
What? What's canceled?
Some Chris Kringle something.
The
The Kringle something.
thing. Yeah.
What is
I don't
that?
go to it, but like that's.
It's like they say that 300,000 people come to
it's
that.
a big deal because
They've
it's really
already
there's like it's like a whole festival.
They've
thing.
already canceled it.
That's so
it's
dumb.
July. They're canceling Christmas stuff.
Oh my God!
It is July,
that,
you guys.
That is crazy town.
What are people doing? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, that does seem.
I mean, I feel like that's a little bit premature, don't you? To start canceling Christmas stuff? It's hot outside. It's Indiana. It's hot.
6 months away.
I feel like
What are we doing?
we need to maybe wait on that. Just maybe like a month or so. Just hold your horses. Calm your tatas.
Again, this is where I feel like crying.
I should clarify on that. I believe the venue was in Hamilton County.
Okay, so there's not the second
I
strike.
want to be real news.
Right.
Hamilton
Well,
County.
I mean, I just asked a question. I was, that's why.
Does
we
it really
need to-
matter?
No, it doesn't.
I mean, does it really
No, it
matter?
doesn't. It doesn't.
Does it make it better?
But I just want to be. So you got it wrong. I got it right. Hamilton County.
All right, Hamilton County, whatever. Nobody cares.
Sorry for ruining your video.
It's all right, Rob. You do that often.
What was the thing about the chicken?
There's a lady that has depression.
It's not funny.
No, I mean,
not
'cause
laughing at the
depression is real, but it has caused her to believe that she is a chicken. I mean, I feel like, listen, 260 million people worldwide suffer from depression.
It's not funny.
And it usually causes things such as sadness, fatigue. I've had depression before. I had it in college. After my parents divorced, I totally had depression. And it usually causes stuff like sadness, fatigue, disinterest, sleeplessness. I really wish it would have caused this. I really wish it would have made me feel like a chicken.
I mean, but like legit, she was behaving
It's not funny.
as though she believed
It's
she
not
was a
funny,
chicken.
but
it's a
listen,
little
but
funny.
It's not funny, but I had to find a story today that was different than what we're talking about. Like there's
Now, was this from medication or was it from like her actual?
no, she has severe depression. She's 54 years old. She was found in her garden clucking and crowing like a rooster. I feel like that's a little bit more than just depression. I feel like maybe she has a condition. There is a condition. It's not just I think it's like beyond depression. She has spiraled into something called zoanthropy.
I'm sorry, but this is the best story ever.
And it's the delusion of believing oneself is not human but animal. So this is like she started off with severe depression and then she
and it escalated.
devolved into zoanthropy.
There have only been 56 other documented cases of this level of this zoanthropy since 1850.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big deal. The other patients turned into wolves, lions, cats, rabbits, boars, and snakes.
Yeah.
To name a few.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
So
that's kind of funny. You
So,
might think you're a
yeah.
chicken. I don't know. That's weird.
They say that okay, so doctors learned that the woman had been prescribed antidepressants and anti-anxiety treatments as well
See, I wonder if it's
sleep aids, okay, because of the death of a parent 10 years ago. So she's been on it for a really long time. It wasn't just like you went on it, you snap out of it, like you feel better.
Yeah, but see, she made a switch to a new one.
She made a switch, and they speculate that this change may have also set off an imbalance in her brain. Yikes.
Those
Now-
drugs are, that's some hardcore drugs.
Especially when you're on like several, like a cocktail of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she now thinks she's a chicken, you guys.
Dr. Fauci has a limited edition baseball card, which is...
I mean, of course he does, right?
they've already sold like over 50,000 of these things.
Why wouldn't they?
Did you see him throw the first pitch? Like, of all the people who should not have a baseball
talk about
card.
that?
Yeah, we
already
did.
talked about his pitch.
But I mean, like, if you saw it, you know that he's the last person in the universe that should have a baseball card.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless it's, like, I wonder, is the picture of him throwing it?
Is it
'Cause
the
that would
picture
be
of him
hilarious.
throwing it poorly?
Like, he literally throws it like this.
He throws it to the, like, it
Back and
goes
to the left.
That's what he goes. And who would have thought it would have gone to the left, right? I mean, who would have thought?
Oh, my gosh.
I would have thought that. Yeah.
There's just a lot going on.
Yeah, there's
you
so
guys.
much.
maybe
That's
we
why
won't
I don't
take
think we
calls.
can take calls today. There's a Ghislaine update.
It's Ghislaine.
It's Ghislaine. That's what I call her.
When are the documents coming out?
Yeah, see, this is another thing. All of this other stuff has totally overshadowed all the Epstein crap. And I'm dying to see, right?
I want to see the goods.
I want to
man.
see all the people and all the nasty people that have been to that island. And I want to know why Clinton went there 26 times.
And then 5 times without security detail.
yeah. Why did he do it?
Seems a little sketch. Just saying.
Why did he do
Seems
that?
a little bit sketch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would like to know where I want to see all the flight logs. I want no redactions, and that's that.
Yeah. He didn't go there for the food, you guys.
Although maybe the food is good. I don't know. Maybe they have really good food on Epstein's pedophile island. By the way, did you guys see? So Ricky Gervais on Twitter yesterday. I guess the Emmy Emmys
are out.
The Emmy nominations came out, and his Netflix show called Afterlife, which is really, really good, but really, really sad. I'm kind of obsessed with it. Anyway, it's been 2 seasons.
Is it about dead people?
It's about him grieving the loss of his wife.
Oh.
And it's a sweet, funny, but also very, very sad show. Really good. And it didn't get nominated. So he wrote that it didn't get nominated, but what did get nominated is the Golden Globe show that he hosted, right? With the famous monologue where he ripped into all of the celebrities, remember?
Yeah.
And so that got nominated. So he said Afterlife didn't get a nomination, but this did, and he reattached his monologue. And he said, so I mean, I guess thanks for that. Thanks, Hollywood. Now stop effing children.
Oh.
He said that in a tweet.
My God.
And he spelled it out, man. He said, now please stop effing children.
Oh my God. Yeah. Crap's about to bust wide open.
Oh
you
my
guys.
God.
It's about to bust wide. Somebody just said Tom Hanks moved to Greece. Did I not say the other day?
I don't know any. I see a lot of people talking about. I don't know the story about Tom Hanks.
Well, yeah.
What is it?
People have implicated him with all the pedophilia stuff.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. I don't know.
He's supposed to know what love is.
He's also not a smart man. So there's that. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know
anything either. All I know is that he moved to Greece.
Just now?
Yeah.
Like permanently? Like he left and he's in Greece now.
Yeah, he's in Greece now.
That
It's a little,
is odd.
It's odd. I mean, I know it's very blue there, but
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
it's very blue and white, which are very beautiful colors. But it's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
It's so weird. Yeah, there's all sorts of crap about it. I just feel. Do you guys not feel like there's like a shift happening? Like something is happening.
Like things are gonna go down for real in a good way.
I hope that things go down
Because you
for
keep
real.
telling me not to be optimistic about that.
Well, no, I think about the election. I don't know, but I feel like karma always happens. It may take a long time. I feel like karma always happens. It does, you guys. I feel very strongly about that. It does.
Just really wish she would get the show on the road.
I know. With
Yeah.
the Ghislaine stuff, I mean, there are a lot of nasty people out there, especially in Hollywood.
I mean, Greece, like that's just an odd place to go.
It is an odd place to go.
I mean, is like his wife's not from there. Rita's not from there.
I don't know. She may be. I don't know.
Is she Greek?
She may be. Yeah. She's probably Greek. But it's just
I think that's
it's like, bye.
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ricky Gervais like totally called Hollywood out.
Yeah,
in
well,
the
there's-
most bold way.
Remember when Mel Gibson did that and people thought he was crazy?
Yeah.
And now he's really not so crazy, right?
I mean, he's a little crazy, but he's
I
not
mean, he's crazy, but he's not
Right.
like, he's crazy, but some of the things he said, people are like, well, maybe we should listen to some of the things that he said.
Remember how hot he used to be?
Oh my God. Remember when he still had his Australian accent? Like
yeah.
a little bit of it?
Yeah, a little bit
of it, like in
it.
the 80s, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, remember that?
He was so gorgeous.
God, he was in the
And
80s.
it's interesting because, a lot of men age really, really well.
Sean
and
Connery.
sometimes men actually look better older.
Yeah.
Like Dennis Quaid to me right now, hot.
Sam Elliott.
He did not used to be hot to me though. Like when
No.
Dennis Quaid was young, I thought he was kind of
wasn't.
dopey.
Sam Elliott
But
just
now,
gets better with age. Yeah.
so hot.
Yeah.
Like it when he does, what is it, the insurance commercials
Yeah.
that Dennis Quaid is in? He is hot. Do the purr, because I can't do it. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
he's
what I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah, he's that.
Super good look. And it's just, it's age.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's,
Yeah.
it's not fair. Because like literally that happens to no women.
No, women don't age like that. Except for Helen Mirren. She looks pretty good.
But she's always looked good. Like she hasn't gotten better
Yeah.
with age. She just has always been really attractive.
Yeah, she's a handsome woman.
I can't think of a single woman who's better old.
I can't.
Can't.
No.
If you guys can think of one,
You can.
feel
Put them
free
in
to
the
let us know.
comments. Yeah.
And we'll see those
Yeah,
later.
we just get old.
right.
That's just the way it works for us. Yeah.
But we're not going to be cats. You can count on that. You will never see cat women
No.
out of us.
No.
It's not happening.
No.
All right. Well, we should probably go. I know we have a lot of audio to prepare and stuff like that. So, anyway.
Okay. Yes. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Thursday.
Today's Wednesday. Yeah. All right, you guys, bring it in. Bring it in. Oh, God, it's a big hug. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.